The top boys turn up for this event, don't they? So for you to win it, it's a special moment, and you're always going to be remembered for that. So,
yeah. Well, if you had to hang your hat on someone, I'm not going to force you. We've got the former world champion and the current defending world champion. But let's take away this game. If you had to hang your hat on someone for the entire event.
So good. I think I'm one of them. I look at like Jack Whelan, you know, coming back to have a little go at the Worlds. I think that's such a good pick. But you can pick anyone. I mean, Rhodes, he's got, you know, a bit between his teeth. He wants it more than anything. So, but again, Gaz Hibbott, what can you say about him? Brilliant player.
Yeah, it should be one hell of a game. We'll get that fixed on the screen. There's slightly the wrong name there.
Different match.
It's Boron and Liam Dunster. That is not the match we're watching, but we'll get that sorted, guys. And just like that, so straight off the bat, Gareth Hibbott with half a chance here.
Dry break from Rhodes. He gone for the cut break there. I thought it was a top ball break, but obviously changing it for that straight away.
I wonder if he's seen that video of, I think there's some pool coach guy on Facebook, and he's been telling everyone that he can perfect the Mark Boyle break. So maybe Rhodes has seen that and got the cut break, but it's giving Gareth an early chance here. Yeah,
Reds aren't bad, are they? Nice opener for Gareth to stamp his authority on the match early doors.
He makes the game look so easy. His longevity in the game. Someone asked me maybe a couple of years ago, even before I was doing this, who do you I don't look at many people as inspiration, but Gareth's kind of longevity in the game at the very, very top. I said, if that doesn't inspire you in the world of Cuesports, then I don't think anything else would.
Yeah, I've just been speaking to him then, and like he's just been talking about all the disciplines that he does, and he's so level-headed as well. That's the biggest thing about Gareth. He's such a solid player, but that's because of his mindset. His mindset is brilliant. You know, he's just saying to me there, he's played in a singles match on the Saturday in pool, and then he's gone to snooker, knocked to 131 in. It's like that's the type of player we've got on his hands here. So he can beat anyone.
Yeah, he's making light work of these.
Yeah, just got to be careful here with these two yellows. Just make sure he's not leaving any problem. If he lands low, the black might come into play. So we'll take a little bit longer on this one.
Yeah, do you think he'll be leaving the black maybe long to the bottom right, or do you think he can get round the back of it?
Yeah, I think he's just looking at how he can get on this one on the black spot without leaving a tough next red. Yeah, it's all good there.
Yeah, he's overdid it just a touch.
You can just play a little bit of bottom here, just come off the bottom cushion. A little bit of side just to take him up there.
Early chance, Gareth Hibbott, and he's made a bit of a mistake here. I don't think he's on that red.
Played that quite strangely. I thought he'd play a little bit deeper into that and use the side cushion just to make sure he wasn't snooping himself. But yeah, early mistake there from Gaz. What he won't be happy with.
Yeah, he's in a bit of trouble now. That tells you everything. He was going to jack up there. Judged it quite well. That's not an easy shot. It's the first match on this table. Brand new cloth. I mean, the tables are absolutely first class. But as we know, the main table always seems to play that little bit different. And
yeah, it's a little bit of a common theme, isn't it? Yeah. Everyone seems to say that it does play a little bit different to the outer tables. But absolutely, you could see anything in the first frame, couldn't you? And they will come into it, and I'm sure play absolutely relentless pool.
Yeah, I wonder if the fact that Michael's had some time on the table, he had to play an early round. He won 3-0 in his first match. Then he had some doubles this morning. I wonder how that will affect the game if Michael's maybe in the groove and Gareth, who's not really had his... I mean, he's had some practice frames and stuff, but I wonder how it'll affect the game, Ryan.
Yeah, I think it can help. I mean, like I say, getting into your groove early doors is always a nice feeling, isn't it? And you know, I actually had a couple of chats with some other players, other professionals, and they were saying the same. They'd rather play the earlier rounds because they are in the field where them players who are in that top 32. That's a great shot there.
Yeah, I mean the fact that Michael gave him that after his attempt the first time, he kind of had an idea of how to play it, so I'm surprised Michael gave him a chance to get back to the table. First frame goes to Gareth Hibbott. I don't blame Michael for playing the snooker. It was just maybe leaving him that one cushion. And after the first shot Gareth played, he already had the angle, so...
Yeah, I think at this level as well, leaving a one cushion escape is always a risk, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, these boys are so good at getting out of snookers no matter what, and you know, like I say, when they're hanging over the pocket like that, they can judge them really good, can't they? So, yeah, a bit of a dangerous one there from Michael. He'll probably regret that a little bit.
Yeah, I think he will be disappointed that he's let Gareth back to the table, and it's ended up costing him the first frame. I mean, he probably wasn't expecting to get a visit in the first place, but that's the frames. I think at this level you need to try and steal those ones, you need to try and get them in. Unfortunately, Gareth's played a fantastic shot, but a long way to go. The sets format makes it kind of exciting, dramatic. It's got a little bit of a flow element to it. You can absolutely fly in one set and all of a sudden the next one it all goes wrong.
Absolutely, yeah. And at this level it's not, you know, no disrespect having 2 breaks and that's it in a full set, isn't
it?
You know,
exactly.
Like, you could literally just break twice and that's you done in the full set. So yeah, so much time left in this game. So it's an opening frame and I'm sure they'll get in the groove early doors.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get some early kind of highlight reel moments. Michael gave us a vast number of them last year. I actually spoke to him earlier about maybe recreating some of them, so he did say that would be good fun. He said, I don't think I'd manage it, Stevie, right enough, I think, but I'll give it a go. Yeah, he gave us some exciting times last year.
Definitely. He's got a good layout here.
Yeah.
These yellows are looking and good. I didn't think he had a first shot on yellows, but that looks, yeah, pretty routine from here now. Leave that one above the black for last.
Yeah, good opportunity here. Just what you want after the previous frame. You can sometimes kick yourself. I mean, he'll be disappointed that he left Gareth the one cushion, but you just want a chance straight away and go and take these out. You can just forget about it and kick on.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's played that well.
Yeah, good shot. I like that coming down for this one on the rail first.
Yeah.
Just stops any problems getting on that next ball. Gives him more room for a margin here.
Just needs to make sure he gets out. It's not bad.
Yeah, it should be fine. As long as he's got a bit of an angle just to come sort of towards the left middle pocket and land on that yellow. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. And Michael Rhodes looking like he's going to hit back very quickly here. Shows you how reactive the table is, because I don't think he was playing to go as high as that, but he's not going to miss this. Good finish.
Yeah, great finish. Yeah, it's one of them things with this cloth. It does really, it's quite deceitful because you're playing on it and you think, oh well, it's new, it's going to slide a little bit, but then the grip on the bed of it is unbelievable.
That's
like,
right, it's so
you literally
reactive.
don't have to do anything just to float a ball in. It's like you can play it mid-ball and you're coming back a couple of inches.
Yep.
It's crazy. Whereas you're playing a local club table or even your practice tables at home, and it's just never like that. So it does take you a little bit to get used to, and people who've not played on them before won't experience that. And I think that's important to mention because it's not unusual to see, I think, them mistakes early doors. Then
there was quite a while ago one of the clubs up in Scotland, and the tables were all brand new, reclothed, everything, and some of the local guys were playing on them, and I could overhear them talking and saying, something wrong with these tables, this is a nightmare, I'm stunning the cue ball and it's coming back 6 inches. They couldn't get to grips with how reactive and how quick the cloth was, and I was ready to go over and try and explain, then I thought, I'm just going to leave this one, I'm just going to leave them to it. But
yeah, it's the best way sometimes, Stephen.
It's odds law, you get a ball.
Yeah, and that can be the problem, can't it, with the cup break a little bit sometimes. Yeah. They can just, like, you can have a solid cup break. I mean, you look at like Boyles and you think, how does he do that every time? But they can get a bit sticky because it can send them quite far to the, to the side cushion sometimes.
Yeah, I'm looking. I think he's just got to pop the yellow in the left middle, take control of this one.
Yeah. What's that to pull up?
Wow.
I think he's alright on the one at the bottom.
Yeah, he can nick cushion first maybe. he's landed. Probably the worst place he could have.
Oh, I like that shot.
He's actually quite unlucky there.
I think he's okay. He's got. Yeah. I mean, the one obviously where the two are below the black. They think this one does. The one below the yellow does pot into the middle. I think the one next to the black does go into the middle as well. You know, using all the pocket. He's just got this at the bottom left to think about here. Yeah,
he's played a great shot.
Really like that shot.
Michael Rhodes.
Something out of nothing, that one, Steve.
Yeah, what a finish this will be if he can get it over the line. He's manufactured a chance. It shows confidence.
Absolutely. He's going to have, isn't he? He should be coming into matches like this with loads of it. He's the man to beat, as he said, isn't he? So I don't think he's happy with that one. I think he wanted to be a little bit higher there to play the middle one first, just under the black. So he could have just dropped that in then.
Yeah, he's got a shot to play now.
Yeah, I think he's fine there. Can use the red, I think, here maybe. Just done with using that red. You just got to be careful it doesn't come back into the yellow.
Yeah, he's had to work for this one. He's tried to slide it off the red.
Yeah.
Just missed it. I wonder if he can just drop this in off the top knuckle, bag weight.
It does go, it's just tough to get on the black, isn't it? You may be moving the black here a little bit. It wasn't easy, like.
I think that's one of them you have to be right behind it, and
yeah.
He's trying to just get the red out the way just to make it easier, but it's caught him out. He made a chance out of nothing, just couldn't get it over the line, Ryan.
Yeah, it was tough that. Like I say, a really odd shot to have to play. I mean, where he landed on the second shot, I think really he did really well to get the opportunity to even go for him, but yeah, just a bit of a brutal layout in the last three balls there.
Yeah, it shouldn't be straightforward now for Gareth to take a 2-1 lead in the first set. However, Michael's showing that he's feeling okay. Just a couple of bad flicks here and there, but he played a couple of fantastic shots in that frame when it didn't look like he even had half a chance. So
absolutely, I think in these early stages, it's one of them where they just want to get their arm going, don't they? They want to really get a good feel, because I think both of these will know the calibre of this match. You know,
yeah, exactly.
they've such like stacked, you know, careers behind them, and also like this, say the Gaz being a champion 2 years ago, Michael being a champion last year. It's such a big game early doors to stamp your authority on the field, isn't it? So
yeah, Gareth Hibbott gets in again to pick up a 2-1 lead. Michael Rhodes, I mean, slightly unlucky. He's just kind of overthought the shot. Maybe could have kept it simple, because I agree with yourself, Ryan. I think the yellow did just drop in, so if he could just cushion the red, just land on it and then just kind of drop it in, then you're not having to do too much more work. But he's, listen, if he flicks the red, he's absolutely perfect. Yeah. We're not talking about that. So
so such big margins, such small margins, sorry, in these games, aren't they? So anything, like I said, little flicks here and there just do make a big difference.
As you say, first set, first couple of frames. This table will be playing very different from the outer ones, and they're all brand new tables, they're all the same, everything's, but for some reason, and I ask the guys all the time, but how does it play different? And they all, I don't know, it just does. And but we've come up with we think because on the outer tables, like each player sets the balls up, and whereas here the referees do it, they wear gloves. This table obviously gets used a lot less, and each time the match is finished, I think they actually change the balls and clean them, and so that would make a huge difference. So that's what I'm going for anyway. Must be that. Must be. Has to be that. Someone said it's the lights, and I'm thinking,
yeah, because the same, aren't they? They don't.
Yeah, every table's got a light, so yeah. I don't know.
Might even just be a mentality thing.
It might well be that. It might well be the cameras, the fact that you're in the main arena and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
No chance at Gareth Hibbott.
Yeah, nice layout again. He'll probably look to get rid of these 2 yellows bottom end at table and then work his way up.
One of his biggest strengths.
Yeah, great shot.
Taking out the finishes that he does, Gareth. I've seen him at times when he's got the 1 free shot, 1 visit, Ryan, and he's got maybe 1 or 2 balls on the cushions and he won't move them. And I've asked him about it. I say, it's funny that you don't use your free shot for that. And he said, well, when I looked at the table, Steve, the pattern was there from where they already were situated. He said, so I was just playing on them. And whereas most people, especially amateurs, are looking and saying, well, I've got someone on a cushion, I need to get that off. But Gareth's looking at it and saying, well, if it's benefiting me, yeah. But if it's part of the pattern, then I'll just roll them in. Yeah,
and I think that just shows how much he backs his abilities, doesn't it? I mean, he's such a natural potter. You know, the cue action is absolutely lovely. As we said there, he's knocked in 1-3, 130s. I'm sure he's had multiple 147s as well. So he's solid on the cue. So a player like him on a pool table, he's not really a hard shot, is he? So even this one, like now. You know, he'd landed a little bit too off straight on that bottom yellow, so he's chose to go top end here. So I like that change in decision.
Yeah. He just slightly overrun a couple of shots ago. Had to slightly alter, but he's just kept it simple.
Yeah. Just got to be careful. You don't want to land behind that red. Just drop it in dead weight.
I think this is one of these shots on the new cloth that you can play it, you can just kind of drift it in and he should be fine. Yeah, he can hold.
Yeah, good hit.
Gareth Hibbott for a chance. Yeah, another one on the board and he's missed it the full length.
Well, that's a collector's item for sure, that one, isn't it? And that was the thing early does, you know, like talking about the finish a little bit. The bottom 2 yellows, I think, were the first 2 to take. I do think he tried to get onto him. And he's landed a little bit off straight on that yellow he just took last there, and that's the reason he's come up to able to come down. So it's again, them little margins can make a big difference, where the finish just gets a little bit harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, he's ended up taking his medicine. He could have tried to be greedy, and I don't know if he could have maybe just nipped at the length of the table and just tried to keep the cue ball off the cushion, but he's took his medicine. He's ended up missing the long black, but a couple of mistakes early doors from both players.
Yeah, it's quite strange to see, but I think again it might be on the stature of the match. You know, as I say, they both know they're both top players, and again they both carry such big backing with how much they've won, and as I say, got a previous champion against a 2-year champion. We keep mentioning that, but they're the meant to beat, aren't they, in a way? So yeah, definitely could mean some more.
You consider Gareth won the seniors and the masters last year as well, beat Ronan McCarthy in both finals, and I spoke to him about it, and he's like, I know I've won those 2 world titles, Steve, he says, but I still walked away that end of that week feeling like I lost, because he was hoping to defend his world title, his main world title, and that just shows you the kind of winner that he is.
And that's his mentality, isn't it? He wants to win everything, and again, he's like you said earlier, Stevie, he's such a good person to learn from, and you know the way he carries himself, not just on the table but off it as well. He's a very inspiring character, no matter what, you know. And as I say, there's no surprise why he does so well.
I wonder if Michael's slightly off here.
I think that explained it, didn't it?
Yeah.
He had to play that with. Tried to get on the other one first. Now he's in a bit of trouble because this is not an easy shot to get on that next red. Oof. It's a big snatch. It's not like Michael, that.
Red's away. I actually thought maybe he could have ran the 3 angles and tried to get up there rather than.
I thought that was going to be a shot. It's come off the side cushion, bottom cushion, side cushion again, come off 3 cushions, but he's chose a bit different. I think he's gone to play reverse side and come up 2 cushion there and get behind it. But not an easy shot. But yeah, quite quite a strange start to the game, isn't it? Not as you know, the sort of high quality that we expect from both players. But again, we're at it's the World Championships, isn't it? Anything can happen at this level, and a bit of pressure maybe.
Yeah, that's. I mean, both of these guys obviously know each other well, and neither of them want to drop out here. Gareth wants to get his hand on the title once again, obviously to become a 3-time IPA World Champion, and Michael doesn't want to let go of it in the early rounds as soon as it's got to the main stage. So there will be some flutters in there, but at the end of the day it will settle down, and it's going to be a case of standards will have to be raised and the best man will win.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm sure we're going to get some high caliber pool very shortly.
Yeah, again, not the best of breaks.
You might say Michael change that, I think, on the next break. I'd be surprised if he stays with it. He's had a couple, 2 dry now, and then one where it's been a bit of a messy frame. So.
Yeah, please. Extension, please.
Yeah, ball down the cushion. I wonder if he's thinking about pushing down and getting that yellow out the way early. It's a big shot at the start of the frame.
Yeah, I think yellows are the more favourable here. He'll top through for the one at the bottom.
Yeah, good shot. Still a little bit of work. Just red and the yellow in the middle of the table. Goes in the top right. Might drop on it now. I don't know if he can hold.
I think it's tight. I don't know if it does go top right. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I think red maybe just covering it.
I think it'll tell us now, won't it? Because it's naturally, I think, one of the first balls you'll take here. Yeah. But I do think he's just covered a bit too much to play that in the top right.
Yeah, I wonder if he can maybe jab towards it. Yeah, he could. But is he on anything?
Looks tight, them two, don't they, together? I don't think the touching ball will make too much difference here. I think he's still going to try and be aggressive, but whether he can float it in with a bit of left-hand side just to make it feel a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it is a touching ball, but as you say, Ryan, it doesn't really change anything. He's still going to play the same shot.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, the camera can be slightly deceiving. So, chance to get the first set on the board. It's been a strange opening set.
Yeah, and even that shot there, I think he's not too happy with that. He's gone a bit too far than he needed to then. He just needs to be above that red, but he's gone near the boat line here. So, should be okay. Should be able to nip this white quite well. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, should be straightforward. Up and off the top cushion. Oh, just drop it and that's it.
Yeah.
Don't think he wants to get near the cushions after the one where he's missed a long black, but yeah, straightforward. Some good stuff from Gareth.
Yeah, that's a good finish that as well. Good opening ball as well. It shows where he's at with his head, you know, where very positive, just goes for that hard yellow straight away and gets the problem ball out of the way. Again, like you said earlier, Steve, he's not got a problem with them tougher shots, has he? So I think that's why again he's at the top of pool, because he's so aggressive and he knows that he can back his pot in on that level. So
yeah, fantastic stuff. Gareth Hibbott gets one on the board. Michael Rhodes. The thing I love about the World Championships and the sets format, I love the drama, I love the back and forth stuff, and I've probably championed it from the very first time I played on the Worlds, and there was a few people saying, Steve, I'm not too sure about it, it just seems a bit mad, and Renzi was one of them last year and he went, do you know what, yeah, I love this. And the thing I like is, Michael, that's that gone, let it go, and you get to start again, whereas if you're in a race to say 8 and you're 4-1 down, you're in trouble.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's the thing with the set format, it's just literally like, because it's such short races, it's like I said earlier, you can have two breaks and that's it. So like Michael here could come back, as we see here, look, Gaz has just gone dry. It could be a completely different story this set now. It could be a 4-0 and he's back level. So it is an exciting format. Even as a player, mate, I really enjoy it, and I think it's just good to have something different along the season instead of it just being a race to 8 every time. It does add that element of difference to it, and it's got to be like that, hasn't it, for the Worlds? It's got to be a bit special. So
I think that's it. For me, it stands out because you've got to do something different. You've got to have a bit of endurance. You've got to make sure you let the last set go and then you go again. And there's just that element of difference to it. But anyone that wins a world title, you've got to have had something different. You've got to make sure you've got something in the tank to go all the way. Some of these matches at this stage can be 35 frames. And then even as you get to the final, that goes up again. And it's like, it really is a test of mental strength, but obviously ability at the same time. And to go all the way and win a world title in this format, to me, it's special, and it's what makes it different, and it makes it worthwhile. You won the world title, then you've more than earned it.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I say, even though it's short race to 4s, it's no gimme to win a match, is it? You've still got to be consistent over, winning your 12 frames of, for your win. So it's not an easy format at all.
Good chance. He's taking them well so far.
Yeah, you just got to leave an angle on this red. He'd like it to go bottom left here, but because of the black in the way, he can't really just play on it like that. He's got to play a bit of a shot here to get onto the middle. Yeah, so you see him leave a bit of an angle here now. I think he's going to have to thread the needle a little bit, come between the two yellows in the centre. I think that's the shot.
Not bad.
Yeah, we're okay. Does deserve to be on it, to be fair, like that. Not an easy shot.
Yeah, I think it's one of them. You can try and be really cute and get through the gap nice and easy, or put a little bit on it, knowing if you hit the yellow, you'd be unlucky not to have a shot.
Absolutely, yeah. And this will set on Michael now as well. Obviously lost the first set, he won't be too happy with that, but yeah, good shot.
Yeah, well done, Michael Rhodes. That's the way to hit back 1-0 in set 2. And again, as I mentioned before, set 1 is gone. He is 1-0 down, but refresh, go again. He just needs to find a groove, and that goes for Gareth as well, because the first set, right, it wasn't like dish. There was some mistakes in there. Both of them had missed some bad positional shots. So probably got off to the kind of start I was expecting. I hoped that the two guys were going to just start firing in these big finishes, 2-1s and crazy cocked-at doubles like Michael did in the final last year, but it never starts that way. But a lot of these matches, they do end up going that way, so you don't want to be behind when your opponent starts to really start firing. So it was a good one to get on the board there from Michael.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's going down the middle now, just as you said.
Yeah, I thought he'd change it. I know he hasn't had too much luck. And looks the same with his top ball there as well. Didn't really come out all too well then. Seemed to split a little bit less aggressive than I thought they would. And a great chance here as well for Gaz now. Pretty much got a choice for any balls, any colour set here.
Yeah, this is your worst nightmare. Playing Gareth Hibbott, you break dry and leave a chance like this, and
it's one of them you just write off, isn't it?
Yeah, and the thing, when I started getting involved in this side of the game, and it could be Dunster, it could be Clint, it could be Gareth, it could be all these people, and I'd look at the table and think, these are away, and then I thought, you know what, finish after finish after finish. I'm probably doing them a disservice, making it seem like it's so easy, because if it was, everybody would be doing it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they're so clinical, aren't they? And that's the thing. What you do miss out. It's the difference in. I mean, even me, admittedly, mate. Going up to that standard now, it's the consistency levels what you've got to really push yourself on, because anyone can break and dish, right? And the people probably watching and viewing this don't realise is the top boys are doing it relentlessly all the time. Yeah. You're lucky to find like one mistake in a match with them sometimes. It's that high level, and that's what separates you, because people can do it, people can go for everything, and again, they might have them games where they don't miss anything, but then the next match they might make 4 mistakes.
Exactly.
And it's these lads, these fellas who are at the top of that level who are just not doing that.
Yeah, it's massive, and that's the amount of tournaments you come into now, and the standard, Corey Reese mentioned earlier that he thinks the standard's gone up. Someone said, what's the difference from maybe 20 years ago to now? And he said, I think the standard. And I think a lot of that's down to the conditions that we've got now. These Supreme tables are absolutely first class. We've got the Aramith balls, and I mean, I can't see by Pro Cups, that's just me, and it's nothing to do with any kind of bias or stuff like that. I just think they set the bar. The Strachan 861 cloth, when it's brand new, there's just nothing like it on the market. I honestly believe that. We're so spoiled here, and it just keeps getting better. The guys at 8 Ball Direct, and then we've now got the guys at EBS, but the guys at High Vis giving us this production which has been absolutely phenomenal. The standards are just getting better and better, Ryan, and for you stepping into the pro ranks, there's never been a better time. Yeah,
absolutely, and I love the IPA. I think what it's about as well is a very special thing. You know, for me, I like the environment that it's set as well. Like you said there, with the standard of stuff we've got is unbelievable. You know, and like you said, the cloth when it's new, it's beautiful to play on. In fact, I think really it is one of the best cloths when it's brand new. But the environment that the lads set at the IPA, and they're superb. You know, it's such a good environment to be a part of. I feel like all the professionals are really welcoming with you, you know, from yourself, Stevie, to everyone around it. It's a very special environment to be involved with. So yeah, I'm super privileged to be stepping up this year. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, it's great to have you in there, right? And I know what it meant to you. Me and you have obviously spoke a lot. I knew it meant the world to you to get to that level, and it was something that you were chasing, and you were maybe on the odd occasion throughout the year getting a wee bit uptight, thinking, oh, I need to make sure I get there. But that kind of desire and that kind of, I understand for the football background you've got, that fire in the belly, and I always say it's different. You're trying to take that football thing into the world of pool when the two worlds are so different, but it's that competitive nature, you can't shake that off. And if you've got any ambition in any sport, any game, you want to play the very best. It doesn't matter who you are, whether it's football, darts, pool, snooker, it doesn't matter. You want to play the best, and I've seen that in you from an early stage, and I'm absolutely buzzing. I can't wait to see you on the tour this year and playing against these guys, and just hope you don't get dunced on the first round of the first tour.
Yeah, thank you, mate. That's lovely words, that one now. Yeah, you've got to be a competitor. I think that's one of the biggest things that I try and coach along, you know, from my footballers, and every pool player has it. They want to win, and you know, you've got two men set here who are desperate to win this game as well. You've got to have that edge on you to do anything, I believe, in any competitive sport, never mind just pool. Yeah. So yeah, it's a great feeling. Like I say, I'm really excited, and I've got, you know, in my opinion, I've got nothing to really overprove. I've just got to enjoy it and see what I can do this year, and yeah, put myself in an environment what's a new one.
Yeah, that would be. I said to some of the guys, we should get a Rookie of the Year, and I know I don't mean it like let's go and have some mad Facebook, but I've just been like, a lot of the pros when they step up, they've got a desperation just not to be the worst, and I think there needs to be a goal to try and be the best. Now, out of the ones that step up, who's going to push the furthest, who's going to go the furthest, who's going to cause the most upsets, things like that. And I think that's what the way I look at it, rather than, oh, I hope I don't end up the worst of the class that came up kind of thing. So, but I know that your frame of mind is you just want to go and compete against the best, and the two guys we're watching right now, that's the level you want to get to.
Absolutely, yeah. And there is some great players stepping up as well. I mean, I'm really excited to see Monarch this year. I think that's a good mention straight away. Anthony Monarch, like, what a player he is, and you know, players like that, I won't be surprised if they do step up quite early and start beating some of them players.
I think we're going to see a big shot here. 3-ball plant. Red off cushion onto the yellow. Oh, how did that not fall? I thought that was a gimme. I know it's pushing the boat a bit, but I actually thought if he gets this right, just make contact, it'll go. Maybe a bit too hard, I don't know.
Yeah, the yellow was a little bit straight on the red, wasn't it? Where the red was directly going to the knuckle, so did make it a little bit harder. Just giving a chance to Gareth now.
Yeah, and he's taking the reds. Good chance.
Come out pretty well them, haven't they? That one just floated over the middle pocket, that made it a little bit nicer. Just probably that one next to the yellow on the baulk line, he's probably got to think about a little bit, but got a bit of a connector, hasn't he, with the top right, so good opportunity here now.
Yeah, Michael's going to have to minimise the chances that he gives Gareth. The last thing you want to be doing is chasing someone of Gareth's quality. Michael says to me earlier, he's kind of just winging it. He's not had the greatest of preparations like he did last year, but I think last year when he's coming in, you want to go and try and win it, but he's probably deep down not thinking he's going to get anywhere near. And then this year, you come in as a defending champion, and whether you've got expectancy in yourself, there's someone on the outside thinking, well, you won it that year, so we expect big things from you.
Yeah, I'd probably say last year Michael would have been riding on like the high of winning every game, wouldn't he? Like, respectfully, we know how good he was anyway. So he was on as an amateur, wasn't he?
Yeah.
On that year he's won it. But probably no one expected him to go all that, that far and win it. But I know he will have done, and plenty of other people will, because he's such a good player.
That's it. There was no surprise that he was winning those games.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of the things as it motors on, and people look and they still see the amateur tag. I mean, Michael's been at the high end of most Cuesports that he's been involved in, and he's always been about the game, and he's top player. But it's still going to surprise a few when the likes of, say, a Gareth, Dunster, Ben Davies, all these guys aren't the one lifting the trophy. And I thought it was a fantastic story, and it's something that he'll obviously live with for the rest of his life. But he's not going to want to go out with a whimper here, so he's going to want to try and hang in there.
Absolutely. And like I say, even on last year when he did win it, I'm not saying there that he wasn't ever going to, beat players like that, because we know how good Rhodes he is, and he knows how good he is as well. So, but yeah, maybe this year, just with that defending title sort of, having to represent it in that way, it's a bit different, isn't it? It does add that extra pressure of performance, I suppose.
100%. He's got a shot to play here. Needs to get out. Do you force this out, Ryan? Or you just
I think
put a bit of pace on it and make sure?
The shot he might look at playing here is playing this left-hand side and trying to nudge off a yellow and kind of come down that way. So I think if he plays it with... He's going into it with bottom, so... Great shot. Played it a different way. Just come off the bottom yellow there. Just lovely shot.
Yeah, I didn't think he had as much angle, but that shows you how reactive the new cloth is. And he's missed the black. That's another black miss from Gareth Hibbott, something that we're not used to seeing.
Yeah. So Michael now really want to punish him here. He wants to go ahead in the set. Wants to stamp his authority on the game as well himself, doesn't he? And put himself a set on the board now. And we know what might happen here when he leaves one cushion.
Yeah, he's done this before.
Don't be surprised if this goes in. Ooh.
It's not far away. Not far away. You have to fancy Michael to take these out now.
Yeah, I just get the impression that Rhodes is not settled as well as probably what Gaz has. I know he's missed 2 blacks, but Gareth has had probably a few more chances, obviously, and but he has missed a couple of balls that are quite unlike him, so that should give Rhodes a good amount of confidence to keep going in this game as well, which he'll never not, of course, but
yeah, you can kind of... The way these yellows have been sat out, I don't know if those two slightly cover each other. Yeah, because he's played towards them. That was what I was thinking. Maybe if they're covering each other, it's slightly awkward. But he's played a good shot there, just to kind of clear the path from one being in front of the other. So good chance now.
Yeah, it looks okay. He's just a little bit straight on that middle. That's why I like the decisions to change there. Right, now he's out all day.
Yes, played that super positive. No messing about. And I know it sounds mad because you need every frame, but at this stage, second set, you don't want to give Gareth any... I mean, Gareth's missed a second black, 2 blacks he's missed there, but you don't want to give him that chance back after he's kind of thrown you one there. So, well done, Michael Rhodes.
Yeah, super important that you always punish, don't you, when they do miss balls like that.
Because they don't make that mistake very often, right?
No, and it hurts double as much.
Exactly.
You make a mistake and you get fully punished. That's yeah, it's a tough one to take in your chair. Every pool player knows that.
Yeah, 2 frames to 1, set 2, Michael Rhodes, the Supreme Pool IPA World Championship. There's Gareth there. Very uncharacteristic that he misses any pots, never mind a couple of important blacks, but that's early rounds for you at the World Championships.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, it could be an element of pressure. You know, these two boys, they know each other well, but they are both very big favourites in this competition to win it. You know, if you had to pick two players who have got that calibre of winning these types of competitions, you know, these two are your picks, aren't they? I mean, say you've got Rhodes on the defending champion side, and you've got Hibbott with all the stuff he's won. It's like, yeah, they know the calibre of this game, I think, and that might play a part. Well, back to the cup break, Stevie, now.
Yeah, he's changing back again.
I think he might get this a bit more. Yeah, he's like pulling out of it a little bit, isn't he? If you notice, he just doesn't hit it as hard as what Boyle does and plays like that.
Yeah, I think he's probably feeling a little bit hard done by, because his break, no matter what he does, it's not going his way. And it must feel like he's just handing Gareth some kind of easy frames. And actually, I'm not. I say to people all the time, I feel like all we ever do is talk about the break, because it is so important at this level, because you're talking about guys that they very rarely miss. So having a good break, making sure you get the opportunity, not your opponent, is absolutely huge.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, even last year, Stevie, playing on the amateurs, obviously, there's so many good amateurs out there who are, you know, running frame after frame, and you know, if you do break bad, it can be literally game over before you've even got anything going. So yeah, as much as we do talk about it, and people obviously who probably don't play to a certain level of pool and think, oh god, the break can't be that important, it really is. It's and again, when you talk about this level, it's pretty much everything, isn't it, to get yourself in the game early doors. Another good chance here on yellows.
Yeah, he's going to have to figure the break out at some point, because he can't rely on Gareth missing the odd black. No. That will not continue.
You just got to think about this yellow, I think, on the black spot here. Obviously, it's covered by the two reds on the bottom pocket, which is your natural line, but obviously it goes in the middle. It's just quite a difficult ball to get on. See how he goes by it.
I wonder if he can play on it right now.
Yeah, I think lining it up there, doesn't he, Stevie? So he's answered your question there.
Yeah.
Does make sense with the two yellows there on the left as well, doesn't it? He's got a nice easy ball after it to drop into the middle pocket. It's all about this shot now with pace. Just make sure he hits this well. Ooh.
He's underdone that.
Looked a little bit of a bad contact that. I don't know. He sort of slowed up quite fast, so.
I think he's going to have to play it. Can he double it? Screw off the bottom cushion? I think he still has to play it, because I think getting back on it from the other balls is almost impossible.
Yeah, I think he's going to use the red here. Yeah, great shot.
Not bad.
Even just that shot there, I mean, like from a technical point of view, like he's played that with right hand side, knowing he's going to flick the ball and come off the bottom cushion and out even better.
Exactly.
And like that's again just shows how much trust he has in his ability. Because again, you probably won't even see that just from a viewing point, but played it with right hand side, knows he's going to flick it quarter ball and come off the bottom cushion. It just gets him in such a better position.
Well, this maybe not as easy as it.
It's a fine one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not straightforward. Gareth made it look easy.
As they always do.
Yeah. They can make you look daft at times. You're always in trouble here. Bang, heart of the pocket. And it is 2 frames apiece in set number 2. And Michael Rhodes' break has been a little bit of a difference in this, but obviously Gareth's thrown him a couple as well, so it probably evens itself out. 2 frames apiece, 1-0 Gareth. Can Michael somehow get over the line in this one, or will Gareth go 2 in front?
Yeah, that shot there, look. Just plays it with right hand side. You can see the white just flick off that bottom cushion a lot better there, just put him in a better position.
Yeah, good stuff, Gareth Hibbott. And that's the worry when you're if no, whether you're Michael or Gareth, if you're throwing in a couple of wobblers or not breaking particularly well, and then your opponent starts to find that groove, it can become a bit of a soul-destroying match after that, because you just haven't found that groove yourself. But it's a tough old game at times.
Yep, and that's how it goes sometimes, isn't it, with your break?
I think Gareth's got one of the best in the game.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a weapon. Yeah.
He has got a ball, obviously got the yellow over the top pocket. I think he's probably forced into yellows here, he's got no choice, has he?
Yeah, I think there's that one really awkward yellow at the top right, but is there a way? Does it go to the... I don't think it goes anywhere, to be honest. I'm going to say does it go to the left middle, but it doesn't look like it on the overhead anyway, so he's going to have to move it. Does it move? I don't think it goes to the middle right either. Well, work to be done. That's about all you can hope for when your opponent gets a ball.
Yeah, I don't know if he tried to play on the double there, I'm not sure. Potentially. Obviously it does double if you go behind that red. That might be the shock. 'Cause there's not an obvious ball here, is there, to actually cannon it out, so... Again, Gareth's not that player who's going to want to play an uncontrolled cannon. Oh. His belt straps just fell out there. Hit the yellow.
Ah. Well, there you go. Bit of a let off. And Gareth's wife Viv just telling him he needs to make sure he's dressed better the next time, because that's a big mistake.
And referee Brian's not going to miss that, is he?
Yeah, I heard Brian say foul, and I was kind of looking and going, what have I missed? But yeah.
Yeah, his belt buckle fell out and tapped the yellow, so he needs to tighten him up.
I need to show him one of these videos that keep popping up. I think my daughter had it on her phone, and it was, they put a bobble or a hair thing and they wrap it around their belt to stop the buckle falling off. Then get Gareth sorted. Get you sorted, my friend.
Come on, lad. Good opening shot that from Michael there. Yeah. He's played that in, lovely there to get the other red out as well. He'll really want to punish him here as well. He needs to go. He probably wants to in his head really badly go 3-2 up here.
Yeah, you can't. These opportunities have to be taken. There can't be. I mean, you can't miss any opportunities at this level, and especially when you're a set down. Gareth's missed a couple of blacks. He's now made a mistake with the foul. You can't rely on that, so he's going to have to make sure he gets these.
Absolutely. Just a little bit of thinking to do here. So if he plays the cannoneer, there's not an obvious ball that he's going to land on. Obviously, naturally, the one above the boat line, that would be a nice ball to fall on next if that yellow wasn't in the way. But just thinking here how he's going to play this. Yeah, so that was always a bit of a problem where he wasn't going to land on anything obvious, but he's got this one in the middle, he should be okay, but unless my eyes deceive me, and that does go in the top left, that's the thing I was thinking of. Looks like it does.
Yeah, I think it does. On the main picture that we see, we've obviously got the overhead next to us as well, but yeah, it must fly in.
Ah, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, could have got a football past there, right?
Yeah, these cameras can be a bit deceiving though,
yeah,
can't
they
they?
can.
Like you say.
They really can. The amount of times I'll then I have to go. I should have kept my mouth shut there, because they just get down and roll them in. This was the awkward thing. Can he pass this by and go off the bottom cushion?
Yeah, he plays for running right inside. Should hopefully miss that red.
Yeah, he's okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, so one he had to get, and he's taking them well.
Yeah, good finish. Yeah, it was just that cannon. Like I say, if that yellow does cover that bag, it might have made it a little bit different, as I initially thought, of course. But yeah, it made them look quite routine after that. But there was that first shot, with that first shot, that free ball there. He's played a lovely shot there to get all his balls out on that right hand side of the table as we look at it, and then develop the one on the left as well. So it was touching the cushion, so it was a really hard ball to get get rid of.
Yeah, well done, Michael. Rhodes, and he's on the hill here. Chance to get a set on the board, which is pretty important at this stage. You don't want to go 2 sets down. And again, even when you are 2 sets down, there's loads and loads of circumstances where 2 up and you lost 3-2, and it's happened over and over and over through the years of this kind of format. So you're never dead, you're never out of it. But I don't think anyone wants to have to fight back from 2 down, but it's not impossible. But he'd love to get this. He needs a ball. Needs a decent break.
Absolutely, that's the thing he needs now, isn't it? Is get his break going, and he's just as much as a contender in this game. And there we go. He's just not getting too much off it though, is he? As well, like obviously he's potted there, but it's not a nice layout, to be honest.
Yeah, he's not getting much on at all. And that's the thing. So you're hoping to get a ball, but it needs to come with an opportunity. And in this instance, and the yellows aren't the worst if he can get a start on them, but.
Yeah, he's got one down the bottom, hasn't he, what he can get on. But again, you've got the one next to the black spot. Doesn't look like it passes, but again, I could be completely wrong.
Do you want to cut the red back, try and plant the yellow?
Playing a plant here. Ooh, miscue. I think he miscued that. Sounded like he miscued it a bit.
So
I'm not sure there if that's a little bit of frustration maybe kicking in there. It looks like a little bit of a frustrated shot that from Michael, but I can understand it. I mean, his break's killing him at the minute, and he can't really get any rhythm, can he? And he's working off all Gazza's mistakes or misses, and it can be still quite frustrating, that.
Yeah, it's one of the. I didn't think the shot that he was trying to play was on. I think he's tried to flick the yellow into the top bag, but I just didn't. Again, it might look like that on here, and if he gets it, then he's got a chance. But he's given Gareth a good chance here to get back all square in the second set. And again, these are opportunities. I mean, it wasn't an easy opportunity. He didn't have a great chance. He was going to have to force it, but maybe he could have handed the table back to Gareth. At this level, do you want to do that as well? So it's a tough one. It's a tough situation to be in. Yeah,
they're the worst ones, them, aren't they? When you ain't got a clear-cut chance, and you're like, well, do I play something really brave, or do I come a bit more reserved? And I think Michael's just kind of gone for a little bit more of an aggressive shot there, and it's not paid off. So he'll be feeling it in this decider of the set if he gets out here, guys. Because, like you say, Michael will really want to get a set on the board here.
Take it. The yellow passes to the bottom.
I think that's quite a strange shot, to be honest. I don't think he's meant to do that. I'm not sure. He's have to cut this back, I think.
Yeah, I think he's overrun it. Yeah, he has. Cue ball's going to be travelling.
Ooh. Didn't expect that off them yellows.
Yeah, that was. It's obviously that when he's played the plant there, that he's just kind of caught it a little thinner than he would like, and the cue ball's travelled past. But chance straight away for Michael to play the pot kick. It's not the worst.
Yeah, he deserves something out of that.
Ah, he needed that over the pocket.
Yeah, he's probably not landed too well there. I mean, it's a bit of a brutal one that red's gone that far, but he has still got a shot. Obviously, he's got the one on the black spot. What can be one to get out, but it's a tough shot.
Going to try and thin neck this in. Oh.
Yeah, that was the problem, wasn't it? It looked like it was tough, that. I think even the worst thing as well, he has left the yellow in the middle as well for Gareth to drop it in and be on the black. Yeah, there you see, look, double whammy, even worse. He left that little gap for Gareth to be able to drop it in the middle.
It seems to be the case that you get punished more than once when something like that happens, and all of a sudden.
Yeah, 2-0 down in sets is his worst nightmare. You don't want to be in that position.
Yeah, so Gareth will break here with a chance to go 2 in front. Unfortunately for Michael, he got a ball, he got a visit to the table, but it wasn't easy. And that's been the case. I think he's only got a ball twice, and the twice he's got a ball, he hasn't really had much of an opportunity. But that's the nature of it. Is there a way to maybe hang in there? That's that shot there. I'm not sure it was on, but
he's tried to play a plant there, I think, from what I see. I think red onto yellow, I think it was.
That's a shot from Gareth. He's just kind of overplayed it.
See, that was a great opener just to get that red out in open, but just didn't land on too much.
Yeah, so 3 frames all set, number 2.
And this is the thing with set play, isn't it? The big difference of, you know, if Gareth wins this frame now, 2-0 up or it's level 1-all, it's just all to play for. It's mad how one frame can make such a big difference.
Now Michael's out of his seat.
Now then.
Nothing easy sticks out for me just now.
Yeah, he'd love that red and yellow to be a plant in the middle, wouldn't he? I don't think it is on, but...
I wonder, can I get past the black to the yellow at the bottom right? It looks tight.
Yeah, maybe that last frame played a bit of a part there in that decision. You know, not gonna overly aggressive there and stand at the table back.
I mean, I think he's saying, right, if he pots the reds, he's got work to do, and I don't mind that. Now, what can Gareth play? Even if it was touching, it wouldn't really change much. I think Michael would prefer to have the yellows here, so he's giving Gareth a half a chance on a red. That's that experience.
Yeah, you might see a lot of these types of shot early doors now because of this frame being so important. See, it's such a big game-changing frame, isn't it? Where it can be a 2-0 set or it can be a 1-all and completely changes the trajectory of the game if that goes 2-0 or 1-all. So.
Yeah, nobody giving an inch just yet.
I wonder if he might be tempted by the red and yellow here. No, I think that answers my question, that one.
Yeah, Gareth's going to play the plant now, I think.
Yeah, because yellows aren't terrible, are they? I mean, you've got that one bad ball on the left cushion, just above the middle pocket, and he has got a ball to be able to cannon it out. It's just probably one near the black. It's not really easy to get rid of.
Oh,
that's probably the best outcome that is for Rhodes now, given the better colour set. And
I wonder if he can take the yellow off the yellow and open that out.
Yeah, I think he's going to put this in the middle, and then I think he'll use the one at the top just to nudge it out.
Yeah, perfect.
Which makes sense, doesn't it? Because he's not gonna leave the yellow ruined again.
And the good thing is, with the yellow over the top right corner, it gives you that little bit of scope.
Yeah, good shot.
Yeah, so yellow down next to the black line is the only, not major issue, but it's the only slight issue now.
Yeah, that's a lovely shot, that is. And that was the thing about him not potting that yellow, you see, so he's now got a nice outlet here, but obviously he's got the one over the middle pocket now anyway to probably take next. Massive frame this for Michael.
there should be a set of piece here if Michael can make sure of these yellows. I quite like that. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
Absolutely spot on.
And this will settle him now, hopefully, I think.
Yeah, Michael Rhodes just about to square the match. And it's been a funny old game so far.
Yeah, it's quite strange, isn't it? You're not seeing the sort of firepower that we know these players have. And quite a few more mistakes than what we used to seeing. But again, it's one of them, isn't it? It's probably whether it's the World Championship case, who knows? I think it definitely plays a part. It's such a brutal, like I say, we spoke already, haven't we, about the format, and it first to fours, everything can change so quickly. So yeah, don't be surprised to be seeing this often, I suppose, in these matches, especially in the early stages where you've got so many top players in, and they're just trying to settle on the table. So
yeah, so the guys are away. A little break. You see some of the shots in that previous frame there. A cracking shot from Michael, just kind of soft screw back, leaving the yellow to the bottom corner. And then a straightforward 8-ball, and it is one set all. It's been quite scrappy, it's had a few mistakes. But again, you come to expect that at this stage, as the main coverage starts on the TV table, and I think as the week goes on, it'll get a bit more frantic. But right now, they're just trying to pinch any frame that they can get.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice for viewers as well, isn't it, to be watching some pool what's not always absolutely perfect, I suppose. So they are human at the end of the day as well, and they're going to make little errors. So in a way, it's probably nice to see. It makes us all feel like we can potentially match them sometimes. But what a setup, by the way, Steve, isn't it? It's, if you just want to mention on the IPA how like I said, we've spoke earlier, haven't we, about how well we're treated here, but the layout, and do you know what another thing is, that the hotel is lovely, isn't it? I mean, it's such a nice environment. It's nice and spacious. You can see there the seating area in the centre. Every player has got their own little place to sit as well. You don't feel crammed in as well. And from experience, obviously playing yesterday and today, it's such a nice environment to be in. And like I say, we are truly spoilt in this.
Yeah, we
for
are.
me and this organisation, it's superb setup.
Yeah, you can see all the players going at it right now. So it is all go here. See if I can get some scores. Some of the matches just now. Last 64 matches on the go. Liam Dunster is one up in sets. I need to actually figure out how to get the other bit on. Craig was showing me earlier, but if you got it where you get the full, yeah, perfect.
Yeah, another format I love as well is the doubles. I like how they do the 6-all, and we've just had his first shootout, didn't we, earlier, with surprisingly Jack Whelan and Cohen, and Jack Whelan missed the only black, and he won't like me saying that, I'm sure, but it's just like, again, it shows like it's a pressure cooker in here as well, isn't it? It's great to be a part of. It's a really good event.
Yeah, Liam Dunster 1-0 in front against Mark McAllister Jr. 0-0 in the new set that's just begun. Cian Monaghan, we've just seen on the screen there, he's 1-all with Tom Barlett. There's nothing each in that one. Luke Sanchez 2 up on John McAllister. Well, that's a good one. John's going to have to fight back in that. It is 0-0 at the moment.
Sanchez is such a good player, though, isn't he? I mean, he had a really good run last year, didn't he? So it doesn't surprise me, that result, to be honest with you. He's a top player.
He started at big odds at the start of the week, and a few people were quite surprised because he lost to Ben in the semi-finals last year. Just picking a couple of them out. Chris White, Scottish guy, he's come through a few rounds. Not many people know of him. Very good player, and he is one in front against Gav Robinson right now. But we'll keep you going with some of that. Now back to our main match. And Michael Rhodes needs to get this break going. And a chance to go with it.
That's a good break. Put a bit more into that, I felt. Gave it a little bit more than it from the previous breaks.
Yeah, good chance. And it's just what Michael's been looking for. Try and get the ball off the break. But does it come with an opportunity? Do you have to try and make something happen? But this is what you want after just nicking that set.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just a black maybe you have to think about again. The camera can deceive me, can't it? And I'm not sure if it does just pass in that top left. If it does, it's quite routine from here, but it may have to get it on the short position.
Yeah.
And these can be the hardest finishes to put away, Stevie. As you know, you're a player yourself. When they are a little bit more simple. They do feel like the harder ones because you've got nothing to do, and you sort of second guess yourself, don't you, a lot? And
sometimes when you've got a shot to play or you've got a little bit more work, I'm not saying you don't concentrate all the time, but you sometimes, when you've got the easier ones, you seem to make the bigger mistakes. But the fact that he's left that over that middle pocket, it's got me thinking, and maybe it does go to the top bag.
Ooh, was under it that a little bit. Yeah, he had a bit of a sigh there, didn't you? He's definitely not happy with that shot. Yeah, that was always the problem there. Got a really big shot now to play onto the black. Not quite sure how he's getting on it.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Even if he cuts this in, can he avoid the yellows? Can he get back up? That's the old saying, sometimes all you can do is pot the ball. Let's see where it ends up. He's trying to screw it in.
Yeah, he won't be happy with that one. He had such a big margin for error there on that second last red. He won't. Third last red there. He won't be happy with that. He could have come anywhere past black spot line, everywhere he had a shot. So they're the ones what disappoint you as a player. You know, when you've got such a big area and you do land short, it's like, yeah, it can be very frustrating, that one.
Yeah, what a start that would have been to set number 3. He gets a break, gets the opportunity, but that's what you just mentioned, that sometimes they're the ones that become the hardest because you just maybe take your foot off the gas slightly, take it easy. He's got another 2 feet probably to play into there, and all of a sudden Gareth's back at the table and the Red's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I think it's when it's easy, it's the second guessing of yourself, I think, what gets you. Because when you see an opportunity to develop a ball, and when you're playing them sort of harder finishers, you do see sort of one ball as being the developing ball, and you work off where your white lands. Whereas it's all about white ball control, that sort of finish, and again, you can get in your head about where to be and how perfect to get. So it can catch you out. Yeah, he's in a bit of a world of trouble here now, isn't he? He's probably got to just go and make something happen here. I'd be surprised if he hit this quite hard and got that red moving.
Yeah, I think you'll put a little bit of juice on this. I don't think there's any reward for just a hit, so he's going to have a go.
Ooh.
Yeah, so opportunity now for Gareth. I'm sure sitting in his chair he was not expecting, but that is something that maybe you might not expect. But at this level, the World Championships, the pressure, as you've mentioned a couple of times, I don't expect them, but we get them more than you would imagine. It's absolutely incredible, but that's the game, that's pool. You can't play perfect pool all the time, and that's why I say it's probably doing these guys a little bit of a disservice when we just basically say, oh, this is done, that's done. Because it's never that simple. You've still got to go and play the shots.
Of course, yeah, and like you said there, it's the the caliber of the game this is. You know, two top players going at it in the World Championships. It's the biggest occasion you can be on as a pool player. So that makes a difference. And I don't think this game's actually kicked off like the tempo that they'd like it to be. You know, they're both relentless potters, and these break and clear for the fun of it, don't they? And it's not got to that stage yet. I think the breaks have played a part, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, like I say, in the next few sets or games, it can just turn at any point, can't it? And the next minute they're putting everything.
I actually thought with that Michael Rhodes break there, I thought this is the moment. Michael will smash this in, then Gareth will smash one in, and then we're away again. Well, not quite there yet, but whether you win scrappy or you win playing the best pool of your life, you just want to get through to the next round and then you can go again, and that'll be no different for these two guys.
Yeah, exactly. I think it makes a difference, doesn't it? How Gareth, like you say, he's played an earlier round, hasn't he? So he has got that table time.
Yeah, decent finish, Gareth. I didn't imagine him making any mistakes there, but from what we've seen, I wouldn't have been surprised. But Gareth Hibbott goes one up in set number 3. That was a big chance there for Michael, and one I kind of hoped he would get it. I did expect him to.
Yeah, he'll be certainly kicking himself, especially after that, like I say, that third last red. He shouldn't have been anywhere really in a short position, but he'll know that. And say Rhodes is a top player, he'll know that he's never out of this game, no matter what. As long as he's still got a chance to win, he's always going to be there. It's this shot here, just landing on this red here. Look, he could be anywhere, float it further. He should be fine, but he's just under it. Yeah, he'll certainly be kicking himself about that frame, because that one should have been his.
It's one of the things that I like about Liam when Dunster's playing. He will go and have a look at the area, and he'll say, percentage wise, more or less, where am I good, where am I not? So that's one area I will make sure I don't land in. And even knowing the 30-second shot clock, it might take him the full 30 seconds. He makes sure he's in that spot, and that's probably something a lot of us don't do. And people can say, it takes too long. You think he's taking 30 seconds and he's landing absolutely perfect, and that, to me, that's the difference.
Yeah. Liam's such a good operator, isn't he? How he goes about every finish. He never takes a ball for granted, and I think that's a massive thing for the standard of why he plays at the standard he does all the time. Because he doesn't, even a ball over the pocket is not an easy ball for him, or he doesn't look at it with any less importance. It's always an important ball no matter what, and yeah, he's absolutely robotic when he's on form.
Yeah, is there a chance here on the yellows? I think he's maybe on a plant to start off. I think, is it? Just
he's going to go reds.
Reds. I wasn't sure if the red next to it goes in the middle. It might even go in the bottom.
It goes down a lot, I think.
Yeah, it might go in the bottom as well. I wasn't sure if that was slightly awkward, but yeah, they're all there. Good, as good a break as you could have asked for.
Yeah, and again, it'll double Michael this, won't it, when he's missed that ball in the last frame if he gets out here.
Yeah, you seem to get punished more than once. Anytime you make some kind of mistake, and it's like the pool gods just want to have a go at you, and it's
absolutely
mad. But I have to say, I mean, Michael, he's well in the match. He's won a set. It's only early stages. But I can't help but feel he's not even get started yet, and I think I'd probably say the same for Gareth.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, and that's the thing. It's a massive frame. He nicked on that when he was obviously 3-all to nick that second set, and I think Rhodes will just want to settle now and really try and stamp his authority, because like you say, I agree, he's not got into his groove, because we know how good he is, and he's an unbelievable player. I mean, like I say, so is Gareth, but Rhodes is not playing at the sort of standard I think he'll probably want to be playing at.
Yeah. Just nip this back a bit. Yeah, good shot, and that's another shot on the new cloth that is a little bit easier when you're slightly off, but you can just catch that reaction and just pull it back.
Yeah, solid white ball finish this one. White exactly where he wanted it every shot.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
can't believe that. That is so unlike Gareth, that, isn't it?
That's 3 blacks he's missed
Yeah.
in this match, and I am in absolute shock. Whoa.
He's picked both of our jaws off the floor there, Stevie, isn't it? That's crazy, that.
Well,
I don't know if he was just like, he looked a bit quick there. He got down to the shot really fast as though like he'd already had the finish, and that's so unlike Gareth.
it was kind of like he was going, right, that's me. I'm in the groove now. Couple of big finishes in a row, and then...
Yeah, it was a bit of a strange one. So he took every other ball, and I think you know, going back to like we spoke about Liam there, it's like that can be where Liam does maybe pip it on the quality perspective. Is like he's always making sure he's got every ball. But again, obviously no disrespect at all to Gareth. Is an unbelievable player. That's so unlike him.
Yeah, that is probably as uncharacteristic as you can get for Gareth. 3 blacks in this match already. The other ones, although I expect him to get them, that one,
yeah,
I would expect 100 out of 100. I'm very, very surprised, and maybe a little bad contact. I don't know. It doesn't just look to me like he missed it, but
yeah, I don't think it was a bad contact. It just looked like he played it wrong.
yeah, won't be happy with that.
And is that a turning point, do you think, Stevie? Who knows?
It's been one of the matches, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? It's not something we're used to seeing off 2 top players like this, but again, it does make it a fun watch. It makes it quite interesting to commentate on.
Yeah, I mean, both of us were a bit speechless there. It was kind of like, did that just happen? But yeah.
Yeah, you're just not used to seeing that sort of miss, are you, off this calibre of player.
Yeah, 1 set all, 1 frame all, and to be honest, both of these guys not really hit their stride yet.
Yeah, he like plays this finish absolutely perfectly as well. Like even this shot, just plays it confidently. Bit of top right on it, and yeah, to miss that black, he'll be really frustrated with that one.
Yeah, he won't be happy with that. Especially when Michael breaking off in the next frame. And I often say you get punished more than once. Might have to take red yellow plant first if he wants to be aggressive. Doesn't look like it's a straight plant though, it looks like one that has to be made.
Yeah, it'd be gutted there, 'cause if that red's not covered by that yellow, it's reds all day, isn't it?
Every day.
That's the thing, he's not getting his groove, but I think he has been a bit unlucky with the breaks. He's not really getting a clean layout all the time where he can just really find his feet and just you know, well, we say that, I know he had that little miss on the last one where he did have a really good break, but that was the only one I can remember where he's actually had a clean, open layout. I think he's sort of forced into yellows here.
Yeah, good start. I think the yellows are okay. He's obviously going to have to play another plant at the top. Maybe play that now, come down the left-hand side. He can come straight back out. I think, can he play on the 2 of them straight away?
Yeah,
he's actually not too bad, but I always felt that yellow was going to go towards the right-hand side. So maybe felt he could hold it a bit more, I don't know, but he's now got a shot to play.
I do think it was the right shot to play the plant and land on this yellow, because it was hard to get back up for it in some way. So it does make sense, but he's missed that there. And that was a problem now, obviously, with the reds being so open. It's given another great chance to.
I think I would have played it in such a way though that I would have took the cue ball just forward rather than trying to come back across. Just be the slide on the cushion and stuff like that. I always felt the yellow was going to go that way. Could I keep the cue ball to the left hand side and then take it in the top right? But again, the angles are deceiving. Michael's thought he could get to that side, and maybe it's just pace killed him.
Yeah.
A little bit harder and he's on it, so another maybe 2-3 inches and he's absolutely perfect. So Probably doing him a bit of a disservice there.
Yeah, you don't truly know, do you, until
No,
you're out on the table.
That's it, exactly.
It's a thing we can make as best judgment as we can, but what they see is a little bit different to us, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been there myself, and you come off, and I've had a couple of guys say, Stevie, I thought you were gonna, and I'm like, I wasn't on that. They're thinking, yeah, but if you look back, and again, I'm like, no, what you're, so it really is so deceiving. But then we're here to just fire out an opinion, and if we get it wrong, we get it wrong. But there'll be people shouting at their TV screen and giving their opinion as well, and that's what it's about. At the end of the day, the guys are on there giving it their all. If it's scrappy, it's scrappy. If it's fantastic, if it's some highlight reel moments. But at the end of the day, it's all about who gets through it. In the end of it, if you get through it, and it's in fantastic fashion, brilliant. But it's all about getting through. You ran that a bit far.
Yeah, it just shows that pace of the table again, doesn't it? Like that extra few rolls it gives you. So you definitely wanted to be on this one on the boat line in the middle next. Bit of a reroute now.
Once again.
Yeah, so he's not in a good spot here because it's no matter what ball he takes here, it's really difficult to get on the next ball. The one on the bottom side, obviously, it's very tough to sort of come round all the angles. He's looking at it now to flick off the yellow because I think the natural is that. So yeah, not a nice position here.
Oh, good shot.
Yeah, I like how he's played that.
So controlled. And he needed that one. He's overrun the last couple. With the big shot at the big time. The two-time world champ. Made it look easy.
Yeah, he just made a little comment there, I think, as well.
Maybe I can hear us. Yeah, well done, Gareth. Managing to get that frame after a fantastic last red. Yeah. Fantastic last one. Or second last, I should say. Got myself mixed up there. Second last ball, just screwing off the yellow, bringing himself up. And that is the big shot at the big time. Yeah, just looking at that shot from Michael again. Just the pace caught him.
Yeah, it's a shot he probably thinks he should make, though. I think that's, again, another one where he probably won't be happy with it. He certainly knows he can pot that. He just tried to play a lot more side on it, and it's not taken. And again, maybe it's that speed of the cloth what makes that difference. It doesn't kick the side in as quick, doesn't it? So it's a lot more harder to judge, I think, on here.
Yeah. Decent break. A very good chance now for Gareth to extend the lead. I wonder if that yellow towards the left hand side goes in the top bag once the other one's away. If it does,
yeah,
I think these are pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think it does.
And off the red. Little safety net, getting those reds slightly more awkward.
Yeah, I think this is the shot, isn't it now? He's just got to make sure he lands on one of these two at the bottom. Obviously he's not aiming here to really get on this top one first.
That's just gone a little bit too far.
Yeah, a little puff of the cheeks there. You can tell he was aiming to be on the one just below the red. I think he can't play that now, so. And you're seeing the pace, aren't you? Like I say, it's a couple of balls length more than he's expecting. I think he's done that a couple of times now, and. Yeah,
it's funny because Michael's underhit a couple, and Gareth seems to overhit. It just maybe shows a difference in the way both guys cue the ball.
Yeah, definitely, and that's the thing as well. It can play with your mind because I mean, I admittedly did it yesterday when I was playing. I've over it one shot, and then the next shot you're under it in it. It's so frustrating when you can't get the pace of it, and Yeah, you're just like, God, it's happening again.
Yeah, you're trying to find somewhere in between. It's too hard, too soft, but Gareth's not a million miles away from having the pace of the table.
Yeah, good recovery there. He's played a good shot in that third lash yellow to keep in position.
Yeah, he's taking these well.
Ooh, just a little bit to do here now. He's got the bridging over the red. Would have liked a clean shot at the black here. And again, you never know. Maybe the blacks he's missed can creep into his mind a little bit. And
yeah, well done.
Really good shot.
Yeah, massive, massive finish. Landed slightly awkward. I actually thought he would have played it a tiny bit harder, just flick the red and then off the cushion down towards it, but I think he's just tried to cannon the red onto the side cushion and just leave a clean shot on the black, keep it simple, but he's got there in the end, Ryan, and that's the main thing.
Absolutely, yeah. And he won't mind how he gets over the line. It's just, like you say, it's that last 64 stage. You just want to get yourself into that last 32, don't you, as quick as you can, so. Yeah, Rhodes has got it all to do now in this set, hasn't he? 3-1 down. He's got a clean sweep, 3 frames, so. And again, this is a big set. It puts you on the hill, doesn't it, in the set, so it's yeah, Michael will really want to come at it here.
Yeah, that's the story of the match so far. There's a cluster at the top left, so there's a bit of work to be done. Yeah, not an easy table.
No, yeah, they're all kind of blocking each other, aren't they? And them 4 colours up the top left, 2 reds, 2 yellows, and the black in that area just causing a bit of a problem.
Yeah, I think it was always going to be this red. How's he going to play it? Not too sure. Again, he's no better off, but he had to play the shot because the clock was running down. Again, he's got a bit of thinking to do here.
Yeah, the reds are probably more slightly favourable, aren't they? And there's no surprise why he took that first red. Oh, I like it. He tried to be aggressive, hasn't he, there? And it kind of has not felt too bad. He could be even more aggressive here now and play this red, obviously, and he has his line up there, cannon into the black and maybe get them all out. The good thing is, as well, he's got the yellow over the middle pocket, so that could act as a bit of a stopper just for that red, so it's maybe worth going for here and being a bit more aggressive. I think the stage of the match does make a difference as well, doesn't it? He's 3-1 up, he's got an opportunity here. Time ticking.
Yeah.
I like it now. So yeah, he's seen that goes into the yellow, so clever thinking there.
Yeah, how do you play this, Ryan? Do you play it straight off or maybe just clip the cushion first?
Yeah, I think he's going to play it for a bit of left hand side, maybe just get up for the one on the top first after this shot. Yeah, he's going for middle then, isn't he? Middle and then top cushion, and then he's going to come down to the side rail here. Yeah, looking back, it's good idea playing it with pace just to move the yellow out of the way, so the black's a little more free. So he's got more margin for error now on this bottom red, so that when he gets down there, he can, even if he's not straight on it, he can land on it a bit nicer. Ooh.
Well, that's another error, I have to say. In a match that's had quite a few mistakes. And although the table does play slightly different, the guys have now had a number of frames on it. Gareth will be disappointed in that, there's no doubt.
He's got to be quick here as well. He's not got his extension, so.
Cuesports going to be travelling.
Oh. Yeah, we've seen some quite bizarre misses, aren't we? But again, it just shows the pressure, I think, and shows that these guys are human. And when it does get important, it can lead to this type of match. So it's definitely not undermining the quality of them both. They're absolutely unbelievable players, but it's the stage that they're on, and they know they're both top players who people want to beat. So
yeah, he's good shot. There's a little bit of fortune by knocking that yellow on there. It meant that Michael had a few shots to play. He's going to have to go double, and then from there it'll be a really good opportunity. But it wasn't straightforward from the start.
yeah, he might not go double here. I'm not sure if he will. I won't be surprised to see if he did roll to this yellow on the cushion, purely because if he does miss the double, leaving a nice,
of course,
an easier route for Gareth. And being 3-1 down, that can play in your mind, can't it? He really just needs to make sure of this frame.
Is he looking upstairs here? Yeah, simple stuff. Slide off it towards the other yellow.
Yep.
He's giving Gareth a chance.
Yeah, it's a super tough cut, but I think that is the right shot in the context of that frame.
Yeah, let's see what Gareth's thinking here. Double. Isn't far away.
I think he has played that to cover the pocket though, because of where the whites landed. Look.
Yeah.
He certainly played a little bit more conservative there, hasn't he?
Played it a little bit softer, so if that goes in, he's never going to be on the other one. So I think you're spot on there, mate. Yeah, now Michael kind of forced into having a go. Well, okay, I actually don't mind that.
Has he left him the cushion first, maybe? To come round the yellow. It does look tight for the white ball to pass through, but could be an opportunity, that.
Yeah, the overhead looks like it's on, but the picture when you look face on, it's...
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just enough.
I don't think the red's right over the pocket either.
No.
On the overhead you can see there it's a little bit more to the jaw, so it makes sense going this way. Oof. A little bit more pace needed there.
Yeah, it turns out Michael Rhodes has played the right shot here. Just staying a little bit more conservative. 3-1 down in this set. And the last thing he wants to do, Ryan, is hand the set away. So he's played a couple of good shots there. And he could have been frustrated, maybe throw his arm at a couple of things, but he's showing a little bit more patience than maybe some others would have had. Foul.
He's got the legs. Ooh. Yeah, and I think that's where the patience does make sense, because, as I say there, in the context of the game, he's 3-1 down. If he goes gung-go and misses, and leaves Gareth the finish and goes 4-1, loses the set completely. So sometimes it is worth just pulling back a little bit, and you can see here now why it's made that difference. So
yeah, should be one on the board for Michael here now, and he's played this frame well. From Gareth making a bit of a mistake, letting Michael back in. And the fact of the matter is, the Reds were in decent position, although Michael's got a lot of balls on the table, and you could have forgave him for having some kind of aggressive pop at them, but he stayed in there, he stayed fighting, played the right shots at the right time, and he's got a chance to get over the line in this frame.
yeah, I just don't think he's settled with the pace. He's certainly having some shots like this, isn't he, where he's making a little bit more work than he needs to. Yeah, great shot. A lot harder than it looks like as well. Just a slide and loads of right hand side to avoid the middles.
He made that look very easy indeed. But I do agree, Ryan, he's kind of struggling with the pace, which again, in that situation, it makes me wonder, because it seems to be when he's playing off the cushion, and then he goes in such an important shot there, and then he runs off the cushion. But again, it's sometimes those ones, even when you play them that little bit harder, that extra bit of spin that you put on it just kills it just as much. So you're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place sometimes.
Absolutely, yeah. They're super hard to judge. And again, like I say, with the new cloth and absolutely polished to perfection balls, it's so difficult to play shots for side. So, yeah, to play it like that was really good.
Fantastic replays there for you from the team at High Vis Media, who have been absolutely sensational from the minute they got here. I have to say, top class production here at the World Championships this year, and they've been here before many times. It just seems to me that every time I see these guys, they step it up. So, you know, chuffed to have them on board. Just as I say that, on board pops onto the screen.
Yeah, it's brilliant production, and the fact that it's free to view on YouTube as well is it's
incredible.
Such a privilege, isn't it? You know, we're getting this top class production with all the different viewing angles and things like that as well. So they're a brilliant team.
Yeah, Gareth using his extension here because it has a chance to get this set done and dusted, but he has to make sure. He's made a couple of mistakes that I wonder if Gareth's just getting them all out the way in this first match, because I don't think I've seen him never mind Mr. Blacks, but he's made a few uncharacteristic errors that I'm just not used to seeing in an entire weekend.
Yeah, they're both at it, aren't they, a little bit? And that's the thing, like, we're so used to seeing him in top form and playing again, just clearing up the table all the time every time they visit, but yeah, it can happen. And to be honest, the splits haven't been brilliant, have they? I mean, we're not seeing really obvious finishes. There is a lot of clusters, which does play into your mind, because you do want that rhythm, don't you, of stamping your authority on that game. I think Rhodes as well, he hasn't really had that, so I do feel for him a little bit, because it makes a big difference when you have a few easier frames just to get you in that rhythm. Yeah, the reds are pretty nice here, aren't they? You've just got to think about that one just below the black.
Yeah, slightly over hit. Again, that just shows that reaction, but it's probably the thing that I've just noticed there is a lot of times when Gareth's got that over hit, it's when he's just playing that reactive screw shot, and it just seems to gather that little bit more pace, but should be okay.
It's the nippy shots what kind of get you the most, because like I say, on a club table, your white's not moving all that much, and then you come to these sort of events and your cue ball's like 3 inches more than what you think, and it's like, Jesus, it's so super reactive. And it does get in your head, because you think, well, it's a new table and you think it's going to slide, but actually it does the opposite. This one, it grips so much. He's got a bit to do here. He's got to find a way to get onto this bottom red. It's not an easy way to get down.
Oh, good shot. And he's overdone it again.
Yeah, now he's got a really... Well, actually, yeah, I don't mind this. Changing the route a little bit. Probably got to take the one below the black now.
To be fair, I actually think he's slightly unlucky there, because the shot he's got to play, he's got to kind of power stun off the cushion, get the side to react, make sure he misses the yellows. He plays that any softer, he's not going to get that reaction. So to get back out, I think he's actually slightly unlucky. He's played such a good shot, and he's played another one that's just not made it.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, that. Obviously he's got to hold for that red as well, and again another hand over to Michael now. So
yeah, chance. Again, he probably wasn't expecting, and it's one that he has to take. And he's this chance away, Ryan, from squaring this set up when it looked like there was no chance he was going to even be in the set.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's the thing with set play, isn't it? It can just change so much, 3-1 down in the set, and you think, yeah, he's probably out of it here if Gareth just gets one chance. But yeah, it shows this at this level especially, and also with such short format, I don't think you're ever out of it. Oh, you're even at 3-0 down. So. Yeah, again, bit of a loose one again there, isn't it? And he's not really got the right hand side to kick in there, and just landed higher than he needed to be here. So. He'd love to be an inch to the right, wouldn't he? Just to float this in the middle and play the other yellow in the middle and then come down, but a bit of thinking now.
Yeah, he's landed in a bit of trouble. From the overhead that we can see, it looks like the yellow could sneak past that red at the bottom. That's what he's having a look at, but it is tight. I wonder if he can just drop it dead weight. Nah, he's going to play this side. This is the right shot, because at least this way you've got control of what you're doing. Playing it the other way, you have no control whether you get the bag, whether it drops, whether you get a chance off it. So I like this.
Yeah, and this might speak a lot for his confidence here. Will he play this a little bit more aggressive just to get nicer on the yellow, or will he just drop it in? I think if he was in flow, I think he drops this in, and plays a standard pot, but yeah, he's loading up here. Oh, big shot.
And it's probably in his head there that he's landed short numerous times, and he's thinking this yellow goes to the bottom right corner. I'm not going to land short on it, and then you put a little bit more juice on it, and I didn't even know that it passed the black. I did not even think he could pour it in there. So he's given himself a chance on both.
Yeah, it's cruel. It's cruel, to be fair. So how he's played that is a good shot. Play off such a load of side, bottom right hand side on that ball and land right near the cushion. But yeah, be kicking himself. He should be level, shouldn't he? There all day.
And that'll be the set. And at this level, you don't normally get as many opportunities from your opponent. We know that firsthand, both of us ourselves. That's it. It's just quite uncharacteristic, and the pressure's huge. Gareth was gutted that he didn't manage to get the title and defend it last year, even when he won the other two, the 40s and the 50s. And then Michael, he doesn't want to be that flash in the pan. He doesn't want to be the guy that just came, did it, and then disappeared. So I get that there's loads of pressure and there's been some uncharacteristic mistakes, but there's also been some really big unforced errors in the sense of maybe not had to play shots the way they've played them and stuff like that. And again, that these guys are human, and that's the pressure, and whether we like it or not, everyone feels it. Yeah,
absolutely, and that's the thing. In a way, from a viewing perspective, it's nice to watch and feel like you can fit in a little bit. So, yeah, it's certainly surprised me though the way the game is going, because they haven't hit their form, what we're used to seeing. So, again, we could be expecting fireworks still even now. Like, you can kick on at any time, can't they? Oh.
Wow.
Right, Rhodes needs to really grit his teeth here, doesn't he? He wants to really get this set on the board. Obviously, he has to, but
it could be an incredible turnaround, because it looked like he was dead and buried in this one. He needs to get back now. The last set, again, we mentioned it earlier, it's out the mind. So you just have to go again, dust yourself off. And this is what you want right away.
Yeah, this is one of them dot-to-dot finishes again. Even though they're easy to play with your mind, and when you're again not feeling it, it's anything can happen, and I can't see him messing these up. I really do back him here to get these.
He would have liked to be a tiny bit further to the left a moment ago, so that he was coming out for the red to the left middle first, and then.
Yeah.
But again, you've got to fancy him taking these away. He's actually played it well to leave himself the right angle.
Perfect now, isn't he? Just to float behind that yellow.
Needs to get the break working in this match, because he's well in it. I know he's 2 sets to 1 down.
Even that shot there, though, he's over it that little bit. He should be dead straight on that red, and he knows there. He just shook his head a little bit then. He's got to play a shot now, and he's going to take the one next to the black, I think, next, which was always his last ball. So you just can tell like the feel's not there, aren't you? He's not got the feel of it the way they'll probably want to.
Probably slightly fortunate that the yellow was there, that he could use a yellow, because, as you say, if he's slightly off there, he's in a bit of trouble. But he's taking them well, Michael Rhodes.
Absolutely.
Needed a frame on the board. He's got one. He's one in front, and it's him to break next. So, can he get that break working, Ryan? Can he get some head of steam somewhere? Because so far, to be fair, neither of them have. Gareth obviously managing to get over the line in 2 sets to 1, but none of them have really kicked into kind of first gear yet. Yeah,
that's the thing. That's what's scary as well, isn't it? Because we know what we can expect from these two lads, and they're superb when they're on the ball and they're going for it. And yeah, it's strange to see so many errors, but I don't think it's a surprise in the same sense, because it is such a big game, and you know they're both coming with such big firepower of trophies behind them, and you know you've got last year's winner, you've got, like I keep saying it, with Hibbott's background as well. It's a massive game, this, I think, early doors. It says last 64, but this is kind of like a little semi-final in a way. Something.
It really is.
The feel of it. If either one of these walks away with this as a win, it's a massive result, isn't it? So. Yeah, good break there. I think you can see this red as well, which is nice. Nice little opener. They are toying with that top left cushion, top left bag, aren't they? A little bit though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's more than a handful of times the cue balls went towards that corner.
That's a great view of the arena there, wasn't it? And love the new setup we've got as well, with the biggest, they look like the biggest screens, and lovely red carpet.
Yeah, it looks
like
apart,
royalty, aren't we?
Yeah, it looks apart. I'm just missing a couple of corgis.
Oh.
Underhit that.
Looked like he had a kick there. That looked like a kick.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, the white stopped quite suddenly then.
Yeah, he's shaking his head, so it's been a bit of a bad contact, and now he's got a shot to play. I mean, in an ideal world, he can drift over, flick the yellow out the way, and just land on the red to the left middle, but I don't think he can get on it the way he wanted to, Ryan, so he's in a bit of bother now.
Yeah, there's a lot of risk to that as well. If flicking that yellow, you can always hit it too thin and land on nothing. So, yeah. Result just come in there. Look, Cian Monaghan, 3-1 against Tom Barley.
Yeah, big result for Cian. Tom Barley. Well, that's a shot. Tom Barley is as good a player as any when he's in full flow and he plays that aggressive style. A good result for Cian Monaghan.
Yeah, Tom's my doubles partner. We've just come off a good win as well. We won 7-0, so it was a nice way of getting him warm, but didn't obviously carry on. Bless him. But yeah, can't take anything away from Cian, can you? He's definitely a top player in his own right. So
yeah, it wasn't easy. It definitely wasn't easy, and he had, again, it was the shot before that landed him slightly awkward, so then he's having to leave distance, and slightly unfortunate. And I know a lot of people have spoken over the course of this week so far that saying the tables are playing great, but they're playing quite tight. And I actually noticed Mark Boyle on the practice table earlier, and they nailed one up the cushion and it didn't go, and I thought, did he just miss it? And then I seen him play another one, then he started to kind of set the balls up, and I thought they must be playing a wee bit tighter. But then I've heard that in the venue, that they seem to be playing really true, and if you miss, you miss, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And that's why I like the Supreme tables as well, because I think the pockets are, you know, quite perfect really. With obviously the middle pockets aren't overly big, and you've got the corner pockets what don't play as open.
Yeah.
So it does test you, and like I say, and that's how it should be. Another result there coming in. Scott Gillespie 3-0.
Yeah, Dan Fairway will have the pleasure of joining the commentary team now. Well, I think he's still got. I think Dan's maybe playing in the doubles and the mixed doubles and stuff like that as well. But you will be hearing his voice soon, guys. And he's had a good run. He's won a couple of matches, and he's run into one of the guys that you could see with his name on the trophy, and then Scott Gillespie. He really is that good. So It's no disgrace for Dan losing to Scott. He's had a good run.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Scott's one of the coming into this. He's one of the favourites, isn't he? And if he gets into his flow, he's God. You know, I don't know who beats him. You know, when he's like that, he's superb.
So is he just coming down, playing a little cross double type thing here, Ryan?
Yeah, I think he's going to land on the double. I don't think there's a. Yeah, you see him lined up there. Yeah, I think it makes sense, doesn't it? It's quite a. You'd like to say for the calibre of player that Gareth is, that's not an hard double for him to get. Just doesn't want to be low here, obviously. Yeah, it landed pretty much perfectly there. Just got to control the white here, obviously. A little bit of traffic just where the white's going here naturally, so.
He's got the double and he's on the black. He's got a shot.
Yeah, he's cued that really well as well, just to hold. Not hit any of them reds. Yeah, good finish.
Yeah, very good finish from Gareth Hibbott, and it was a chance for Michael Rhodes. And I think you're right, I think he did get a bit of a bad contact. He wasn't happy about it, and then it forced him to leave a long red at the bottom right hand corner, and unfortunately couldn't get it. Let's Gareth back into this set. 1 frame apiece. 2-1 Gareth. Gareth Hibbott 3 frames away from victory. Michael Rhodes 3 frames away from just staying in the match.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the thing with it. Again, keep going back to it, don't with the set play. It's a brutal format, but also one that can change so fast. So again, if Rhodes gets out here and he wins this set, it's all to play for, isn't it? In a one set decider. So yeah, he's certainly not out of it.
Yeah, that was a fantastic double because, you know, Gareth's played it in that way. There's a lot of people that just, let's just get the double and then wherever I land I'll just play the black, but he's thinking, no, I need to get on it. Yeah. So he's playing that two-way shot, and that's the level that he's at. Oh, and we spoke about it. I know he's been kicked in there.
It's brutal.
But when a bunch of balls are heading towards the same end of the table, that can happen.
Yeah, but that's...
No, he's creamed them.
Yeah.
Absolutely creamed
that is
them.
tough going, that.
Yeah,
they're the worst of the worst then, when you hit the top cushion pretty much straight on and then another ball just smashes it in. It's your pet peeve in pool, isn't it, that? And look at the reds as well. He's not left to me very difficult, has he? Yellow's all grouped up. And just what Rhodesy wanted to get back to all.
He's trying to go on that one on the left.
Yeah, again, you keep seeing it. It's them sort of like more softer shots, isn't it? He's not really sort of getting through the white as he'd want to.
The thing is, I understand that he was. This for me was the pattern I seen straight away. I wasn't sure if he was just off straight, so I didn't think he could get down in the first place. But obviously the angle showed that he could. But I thought this was probably the way anyway. And then with the red over the bottom right corner, I thought it was quite straightforward. But he was more frustrated that he didn't get where he wanted to get to.
And that's them perfectionists for you, isn't it? And that's what they are. So anytime they're out of position by a half an inch, it's enough to kind of internally frustrate you a little bit. Yeah, he's played that well. See, there's a shot as well. What looks easier than it is, I think. Over the pocket, you can easily underhit that, overhit that, and he's landed pretty much exactly where he needs to be.
Oh, Liam Farrell 2-1 in front against Ross Fernie. Liam, another one on the IPA Pro ranks. Well done, Michael Rhodes. He gets that finish after being a little bit downbeat on his early shot. I think he's probably looked and went, oh wait a minute, these are actually okay. But yeah, well done, Gareth. Yeah, I mean, I was probably a little bit out of order there, saying, well, that's what happens when you keep going towards that corner, because he was almost in the middle of the top cushion, wasn't he?
Yeah, no.
And then gets kicked straight and didn't even touch the sides. But yeah, that's rather unfortunate. And all of a sudden, Another frame on the board for Michael Rhodes, one that he desperately needed. And Dean Shield 2 in front of young Lewis Wiz. You see Lewis at the table right now, about to break off.
Yeah, I know Lewis well as well. A little mention for him. He's definitely come on, you know, an hell of a lot recently. I think he's a brilliant young player and one to definitely look out for in the future. It's that break again, isn't it? He's not getting what he wants out of that this game at all. I mean, dead centre as well, you know. He just seems to be taking a bit off it though. He's not hitting it at the power that I expect Rhodes to be to do. Whether that's a planned idea and, you know, you're just expecting it to sort of burst open with it being a new, again, like all the equipment that there's there. You don't really have to hit them too hard, do you? But
it's just when you look at the balls have opened well, but nothing really troubled a pocket.
yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's one of them, isn't it? You're trying to control the break as well, and then you get into that mindset of, well, I'm going to take a little bit off it, but the problem that you have then is if they don't challenge any pockets, you're handing an easy table over, aren't you? And that's the catch-22 that you're always in as a player, really.
Yeah, big chance here for Gareth to square this set up. He's flicked a yellow on the way past, but it's okay. So I think he's made the decision that he wants the red for the 8-ball. The one that's next to the yellow, down the bottom right. So I think he's decided that's last, because he was bang on it to start himself off. But it probably makes sense because the position the 8-ball's in doesn't go to that bottom corner, doesn't go to the... Saying that, he could have took the red off the yellow, but again, you see these guys, they don't really play these things unless they really have to. It's the simplistic nature of why they're at the very top of the game.
Yeah, Gareth here he won't want to move anything unless, like I say, it's absolutely necessary. There's just, in his mind, there's no point with how good he can cue a ball, so... Another the latest result there, Connell versus Pitt, 2-2. Must say I love watching Harry Pitt. I think he's a brilliant to watch. He's one of them, isn't he, who's just blessed with that personality, and I think we need them in the sport, don't we?
Yeah, I was speaking to him earlier before he went on, and he was saying, I think that suits me because of the way I play the game. He said, I know I can go and fire off 4, 5, 6, and I said, no, and I agree with that. And the short races to 4, because you can rhyme off a race to 8, race to 10, you can maybe get 4 or 5 frames, but then not get another kind of real visit to the table, and that's the nature of this. You just need to get to 4 before your opponent as much as possible. And yeah, but he's a good lad, and he's such a good character, and the tour's definitely better for having him on it. Yeah,
he's brilliant. Get on with Harry really well, to be honest with you, and I've watched him in a few money matches as well, and he just plays no different. He's brilliant how he plays.
So as mentioned, this red is his last ball. Just a little bounce on and off the cushion.
Yeah, he's finding his groove, isn't he, a bit, Gareth, now. That's the last thing Rhodes he wanted. Is to go dry and get a reverse dish, really, off that, in that scenario.
Yeah. 2 frames apiece, 2-1 Gareth. So Gareth 2 away from victory. This has been a strange game, but probably deserves to be in the lead.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I think he's made a few less errors. I know he's missed the 3 blacks, isn't he? Which, you know, never probably ever dream of saying.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it doesn't even sound right.
No, not at all. But yeah, I don't think Rosie's made too many more errors than him, but I think the break's played a massive part, hasn't it? You know, he's not really had that break work for him. When he has got a ball, he's got a really tough layout. So yeah, like I say, you got to feel for him a little bit.
Yeah, I think
the previous break wasn't a bad break.
No.
It just didn't really, a ball didn't really bomb out, and
I think it's probably more a case of the opportunities that they've had. They've not exactly had roll-ins every single time, but maybe just made the most of some of them, and he's almost in that bag again.
Tried it again, didn't it?
Wow.
I mean, he hits it so well, doesn't he? One unique thing I've seen about it, he doesn't actually put his chin anywhere near the cue, even
No,
to line the break up.
yeah.
So, see, I've been working a little bit on my top ball break, and I've been looking. What I do is I look at it like a normal shot. So I'm looking at the top of the first ball. But with Gareth, when he lines up, then he's already like 5 to 10 inches off his cue, and he just loads up with loads of power, but still hits them plumb in the middle of the ball, which I find is mega.
Yeah, I've actually noticed that over the last while with a few players. There's a couple of guys up in Scotland that are playing it very similar as well. They seem to be some kind of technique in it by standing that a little bit closer and getting the hips into it. And I think there was a video of one of the Chinese 8-ball ladies showing people how to break, and I mean, it was just absolutely incredible. It was a weapon.
Oh yeah.
So I think if you've got that stance and the timing and you've just got that technique, then fair enough. And it's like the Mark Boyle break, the cut break that everyone wishes they had, and it's just exceptional.
I don't think anyone can explain that break, can they, bar him?
No, exactly. I asked him about it earlier in an interview that we did, which will probably go out throughout the course of the day, and it was basically a case of, he's like, it's just timing, Stevie. It's just, just stay down, time it, and he's just the way he's shrugging his shoulders as if, yeah, Mark, I know we've all tried it, but I think it's a bit more than just timing.
He's just got the feel of it so well, hasn't he?
And he has.
You've got to really get your tip on the right point of that white ball to keep it on the table. It's like anything lower, it's just bombing off the table. Or it's a crazy break. Another result there, Dylan Mitchell against Ben Davis. Dylan Mitchell's top player as well, by the way, from the Leeds area. It's quite a surprising result, really, because admittedly, Dylan beat me in a competition a couple of weeks ago, and he played unbelievably well. When he's in groove, he's such a good snooker player. Well, yeah, another puff of the cheeks there. Gaz is not where he wants to be on that ball, is he?
Yeah, he's going to need a little bit of fortune here. Needs to cannon the yellow at the bottom left. Try and kill the cue ball, I feel. He needs to play it quick as well. Yeah, it's not bad. He's put his hand up because I think he's ended up with a natural angle to run into the yellow, but that can go wrong. It can also go wrong, but
it's a good shot regardless, isn't it? It's still a good shot. He always knew he was canning the yellow. He'd be a bit harsh, really, not to land on the red.
So Gareth Hibbott 1 away from putting our reigning defending champion Michael Rhodes to the sword here. And it has been a bit of a strange affair. We've had numerous missed blacks, we've had some errors, we've had some bad contacts, but we are at the business end of the match now, for one player at least.
Yeah.
There's that shot again. Yeah, obviously he knows it could go wrong if you catch it too thin and the cue ball travels, but I think there's about 75% of that yellow that you hit, and you're going to be on that red. So
yeah, like I say, it'd have been a very harsh shot to not land on that ball, but
Frame 6.
yeah, 1 away now. Rhodes will want a massive break here. He's been crying out for that, hasn't he, all game?
yeah. Again, he's not hit them hard.
See, I think that's a bit harder than he did before, which I'm glad he has done, and he deserves that layout. He's got up a little bit more on that.
It's funny there because the swing was very easy, but you see on the overhead there, the pitch that we just seen, there was a bit more follow through. There was a bit more. It looked like that dunt that you give that cue at the end, and although it didn't look like a massive split, the balls didn't go and hit every cushion. Look at the layout. He's got a chance here.
Yeah, and it's a must-win frame, of course, isn't it? So he just needs to make sure his work here and not make any unforced errors, because that's pretty much game over then, isn't it? And that's where these frames are tough to win, because there's a lot riding on it.
Yeah, yellow to the top right first. And then I think he might have to play the one. Oh, can he screw past this? That's perfect. That's perfect. I seen him winding up at the bottom there, and I thought, is he going to try and screw past to the left hand side? But that's a shot. That's a shot every day. Nice. A little bit further than he would have liked, but he should be able to just... Just a little jab in. Nice.
Yeah, so I'm surprised if he took this one, yeah. Come down low here and then maybe drop this in the middle pocket and leave that yellow above the black to get on the next one. Could be his option here.
Yeah, quite like that, because he won't be far away from the line that he's on right now, just a touch further away. Yeah. You're going to just bounce on and off the cushion.
Yeah, I like
maybe
this.
More or less straight.
I don't think he played that as well as he'd probably want, but he should be okay. Just left himself a shot.
Yeah, so
Queuing.
he missed a red down at this pocket earlier, but it was 10 times tougher. So just needs to cue this in. And he's done it fantastically well.
Lovely shot.
So Michael Rhodes not going away, and Gareth is going to have to break and win the frame if he wants to get rid of Michael this time. And in this frame, Michael has done all he can. 3 frames apiece.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if that's Rhodes' first dish as well. I mean, I don't think he's had a couple, but he's not had many chances off the break like that one, you see, so...
I think that's his first off his own break,
yeah.
Or maybe second at the most.
Like I say, he really has had some tough layouts to go at, but it's good to see him taking a finish out where, you know, where they're all on and they're there now. That'll get him in the groove now, that's what he wants.
So Gareth Hibbott breaking with a chance to put himself in the last 32. Flirting with that top right corner again.
Ooh.
Top left corner, sorry, but here we go.
Yeah, he seems to always get a kick, doesn't he, off that break. Comes straight back looking, he just gets... like, he's so unlucky, to be honest, if that keeps going in off, but...
It's absolutely incredible. You would think one ball's bouncing off the bottom and straight. It's as if they're just following the ball up. He must be gathering so much spin that's transferring that the balls are just coming towards it. It's incredible.
He's got a good chance here now in yellow, so...
Yeah, a little nudge right now. If he catches it just right. This is definitely a chance for Gareth Hibbott to get over the line.
Yeah, so he's playing a little 2-in-1 here, isn't he? He can cannon these 2 reds and open that yellow, and then he's on the one on the top rail as well, so... I think this is the shot then, to win the frame.
Yeah, so just making sure.
It explains the importance, doesn't it, of this shot, I think. He just doesn't want to catch the top red. So if he catches the top red, he's not going to move the yellow, so it'll leave him, you know, still work to do then. He's got to hit this ball. Second red down, full ball. He does, yeah, it's fine. Goes top bag now, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, I wonder if... I think he was trying to just flick it half ball, but that's second prize. Liam Dunster has beaten Mark McAllister Jr. 3-0. The former world champ. Comfortably through it.
Yeah. Would not be surprised if we see Dunster take home a world title this weekend.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't. I think it's the one he really wants, isn't it, as well?
He goes into every tournament as a favourite, and it's probably not really fair on him, but that's what happens when you're that good.
Yeah, so as good as a chance as you'd want to win a frame and see out a match.
And as you can see on your screen, Josh Thomond will play Mark Boyle next on our main stream, so that will be coming up not long after this one. And this the beginning of the end I think in the last few frames Gareth has started to really find his groove, and that's not been ideal for Michael Rhodes, because he could be doing me one of the Miss Blacks here.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a fourth collector's item, unfortunately.
No,
I think this is...
They say it comes in threes, and I think that's probably all we'll get this full week. So,
well, this black to win the match. Yeah, there we go.
Well done, Gareth Hibbott. And Michael Rhodes was a fantastic champion, but that is now over, and we're going to have a new champ this year regardless. So well done, Gareth Hibbott, and commiserations, Michael Rhodes. What a ride it's been.
Yeah, so Stevie's just popping off. He's going to do a little interview with Gaz. Oh, as if you see a few highlights here as well. So a bit of a strange game, really, that one, I felt. Obviously didn't get into the flow as a pair. It just goes to show again that the calibre of the game and the stature of what that meant to him, I think, does play a part. I think Rhodes will be a little bit disappointed with how he performed there. I think he definitely is better than that, and he's a superb player. So absolutely no injustice losing to Gareth by any means, but breaks sort of got him a little bit, and Gareth sort of turned it on in the last few frames. So yeah, you can see there the arena, brilliant setup for all the players. So all playing their last 64 matches here. So you've got a mixture of amateurs and some new pros who have qualified, and then you've got the top 32 seeded professionals who are playing. So yeah, we'll go to Stevie now at the table, who's ready with him.
Welcome back, guys, and I'm delighted now to be joined by the victor in that one, Gareth Hibbott. Gareth, it got off to a bit of a mad start.
Yeah, it was a weird one, Stevie, to be honest. I felt a bit rusty. I've not really played a tournament since probably McGoldrick's, which is, 2.5-3 months ago, and I just couldn't see the finishes and the 30 seconds, and he was making a few mistakes, and I was doing the same back to him, and you get sometimes the matches go that way, where you keep throwing mistakes back at each other, and yeah, a bit lucky really. Played probably 8 or 10 terrible shots there. Yeah,
we're in the comms box and we're thinking this is expected. You get scrappy matches at the best of times. Michael's had a couple of games, and I thought it might catch Gareth at the start, and then if Michael can get ahead of steam, it could put you under a bit of pressure. But if you tossed a couple of bad ones in and you've missed a couple of blacks, which is quite you might not miss another one the rest of the week.
The second one especially was unmissable. Yeah, but you get so used to playing on your own at home, and you just think, oh, that's in, and you don't give it enough, and you just it's a strange one. But yeah, hopefully I don't miss any more of them. But yeah, just seen another bad miss there. But yeah, I wasn't seeing the finishes a lot of the time, just like because of the time and stuff. And the reaction of the cloth. It's just everything's so different. And just about started queuing a bit better towards the end, but then I hit a couple of in off the breaks, and that obviously got him off to a bit of a flyer in that set. So.
Yeah, that last set you did really look like you found your groove. The patterns were coming quicker.
Yeah.
You've seen there, even the last couple of shots, you were playing them within 10 seconds. So, but yeah, maybe that's one of the things that comes natural. Everybody maybe think, guys like yourself who's won world titles and stuff, that it comes easy. It never does.
No, it's nerve-wracking, Steve. Like you say, I've not really played a tournament for a couple of months, 2.5-3 months, so knocking balls around and practicing, I've put a fair bit of time in, but it's totally different. And then you draw the defending champion, and kudos to Michael, because he didn't play that many events last year, but it's amazing to be the world champion. So, and obviously he knew he was got a good chance of getting a tough draw because of where he was seeded. So, not ideal for me because I know I've got another tough one coming up. But yeah, so there's just no easy games.
No, there never is, and obviously ex-world champion and now ex-world champion.
Well, the last 2 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it. And I mentioned in the comms that you won the 40s and the 50s last year as well, but nothing beats going and winning the big one.
Yeah, well, I lost to Mike in the quarters last year and I missed a ball to beat him, really. So I was sort of thinking on a bit of a downer, but I got my head back together to win the other two events, which I was obviously very pleased with, but it is the big one that counts, really. So hopefully go a bit better than last year.
Well, mate, you're still in, so congratulations. Well, Gareth Hibbott is still in the draw. He's gone into the last 32 now. We are coming up soon with Mark Boylan.